All right, everybody, welcome to the 2026 Backyard Rocketry launch season. We were able to get out and, we had about a 3 hour time window to launch some rockets. So we only took 3 rockets out with us. The first one was the Mini Honest John. This is a very trusty rocket. Unfortunately, these brand new
That didn't go very high.
13 millimeter A engines did end up malfunctioning. It prematurely set off the ejection charge. But that's all right. It lives to fly another day. Here we got the Interceptor. This is one of our first rockets that we built last year. Flies straight every time. It's a great rocket. Had an awesome flight. Unfortunately, it did land in like the only puddle in that field. We did have some snow melt last couple of days, so there is quite a bit of water out there. Um, you'll see later that it did do some damage to that rocket. Here we have the maiden flight for the Amazon. This thing is a great rocket. It's a beginner rocket. You don't have to paint it or anything. Glue it together and launch it. Flew really nice on a C65, and the recovery system worked fantastic. This is our first 2-inch by 40-foot loop streamer. Shout out to Mr. Streamer Rocketeer for giving us the idea for that. Okay. So something happened with the Mini Honest John. This is a brand new engine, but apparently the ejection charge went off right after launch, and does not look very good in there. But we launch this rocket almost every time we launch because it is just a trusty rocket. It flies straight every time and doesn't go up too high, so we haven't lost it yet. But streamer worked out really well. We got a 1-inch streamer here, about 25 feet. And the only downfall with these streamers is it just gets tangled up in everything, and it's hard to roll them up out in the field. So we got a box full of streamers right now. So, but anyway, Mini Honest John lives to fly another day. All right, so here we got the Interceptor. This flew awesome yet again. This rocket flies awesome every single time. It did unfortunately land in a puddle. So we've got a wet rocket. There's some wet recovery wadding right there. We launched this with a small little 12-inch parachute and a 1-inch 25-foot streamer. It did get a little tangled up. This is not modified with a Kevlar shock cord. This just has the original elastic shock cord. So, unfortunately, everything does get tangled up. Came down all right. Lives to fly another day, but it did get wet. We're gonna have to let it dry out a bit. As you can see, the engine right here is just nice and soaked. So we'll get that engine out of there, get all this disconnected and get it drying up. We'll fly again. Well, I just pulled the engine out of the Interceptor, and this landed in a puddle. So the cardboard was wet, and as you can see, the engine was mush, and it ended up pulling the motor mount right out of the inside. So we're gonna have to either tear this apart or scrap this thing, unfortunately.
Emotional damage!
Unfortunately. Boy, what a pain in the ass. Okay, we're moving on to the best flight of the day, the Amazon. This was the maiden flight for this. This had a 40-foot loop streamer in it. Yeah, 2-inch 40-foot loop streamer with this bird scare tape. This is cool stuff. This thing worked amazing to get this thing down in a hurry, but still gave it enough wind resistance to not crash it. And we got a little bit of little bit of dirt on the nose cone from when it hit the ground, but this bird scare tape works fantastic. You can see it up in the air real easy, but I mean, it is a lot of bird scare. This is a 40-foot loop streamer, and it just keeps on going. So, but worked really well. The C65 engine worked awesome. Yeah, great flight from the Amazon.